For parents, there's nothing more exciting than welcoming a baby into the world and experiencing all their firsts with them.
Yeah, about 4 years ago, one family in Beaver Lake was living in that bliss until a phone call plunged them into complete darkness.
Tonight, we're introducing you to a mom who is creating a legacy for her son by making sure families never have to experience what she did.
We were just like, it's perfect. Our family's complete. We were just happier than we've ever been.
Rochelle Wisniewski and her husband Toby had a beautiful daughter, Nora. Then their sweet son, Nicholas, came along on August 28th, 2020.
He was 7 pounds, 13 ounces. He was a good, healthy little boy. He was very vocal and he was fun and he laughed and played with Nora. Nora was the best big sister ever.
After 4 months of maternity leave, Rochelle returned to work and Nicholas went to a daycare run inside a home with Nora every day. He had only been going there for a little more than a month when
the daycare lady called and told me that Nicholas was no longer breathing and he was being rushed to the hospital, and I just lost it from there.
Rochelle begged the doctor to let her in the room, which he did.
Just let me be there, and maybe for some reason I thought I had like the power to bring him back. It was just the worst thing, leaving the hospital without him.
There's a big smile. There's a big smile.
She called the daycare to find out what happened and was told Nicholas suffered from a sudden, unexplained infant death.
I felt like something wasn't right, that there was more to the story.
She says the state's investigation told a different story. Nicholas had been laid down in a crib wearing a hoodie, unmonitored upstairs, and wasn't checked on for an hour. His arms were swaddled inside a blanket, which should never be done once a baby is able to roll over. Rochelle says he likely aspirated, then suffocated after throwing up and rolling over onto his stomach with no way to turn himself back over and no one monitoring him.
I didn't know how I was going to survive. I was in a really bad, dark place. But the biggest thing that stuck with me was that he wasn't going to be remembered, or he wasn't going to have a legacy to leave behind. And again, he didn't deserve any of that.
Looking for a light through deep grief, Rochelle and her husband created the Remembering Nicholas Foundation. Through their nonprofit, the Wisniewskis help families who have lost their babies, paying their hospital bills and funeral expenses while encouraging them to go to counseling, which they also pay for.
Unfortunately, a lot of people don't have the means to bury their children. You know, they're just starting out their life together.
Rochelle also teaches free classes with lessons on pediatric CPR, first aid, and safe sleep to childcare providers, after she learned Arkansas has one of the highest infant mortality rates in America.
It means the world to me that they come to these classes and they're ready to learn, and they're spending their Saturday with me all morning. It's like a 5-hour thing, learning how to perform CPR and use AEDs while in an intense situation.
So far, the Wisniewskis have helped more than 50 families and certified more than 100 childcare providers, with the goal of teaching another 100 this year. Rochelle hopes that as the number of trained childcare providers goes up, the number of calls and emails she gets from families navigating the loss of a baby will go down.
Yummy. Is that good? Do you like it? Yeah.
I'm trying to make the best of what I have available to me, and that's helping others and trying to save lives as well, because the last thing I want is for a mom to have to experience what I did.
Daycare providers who take her classes are given free Baby Owlet socks, which monitor an infant's vitals. You can learn more about this nonprofit's mission at her website, rememberingnicholasfoundation.com.